attack hits. So the Lich's attack is reduced, so it increases its own damage by even more. Everything else is attacking it gets more damage increased because of the reduced armor. And it's absolutely ridiculous of an item. The other item, which I forgot to talk about, is the Dust of Appearance. Really, Skutt doesn't really show off the Dust of Appearances, the strengths of that, in this replay so much, so I'm not going to talk too much about it. Basically, the idea of Dust of Appearance is when you're creeping, the Blade Master is going to walk around and try to get the last hit on all your buildings, or all your creeps. Dust of Appearance, before you kill it, scare the Blade Master away and come back and get the last hit on the creep. Alright, now, as you see, he stops doing a tier 2 doing a push here. He does this really late. Like, it's because of Skutt's fast tech. This hit is not what it was supposed to be. This hit is supposed to be just a normal tier 2 push. But with that fast tech, it really screwed Stop up here. But that's okay. It's okay. You can still win very easily from this. The bane of this strategy is a tier 2 push just like this. It's got just completely out of micros. That's all it really is. This guy just does an incredible job of keep holding this off. And once this Frost Worm's out, this is game, basically. Does a good job holding that off. The Frost Worm's out. Alright, the reason why this Frost Worm strategy is ridiculous with Frost Armor. You gotta make sure you're upgrading your creature carapace with this also. Normal Frost Worms, when you just build one, no upgrades at all, they're gonna have 1 armor, and they're gonna die to 2 hits from a Bat Rider. Real easy. Just 2 Bat Rider hits, and they're dead. The reason why you need to upgrade the armor is because the Bat Rider's attacks are reduced by armor. So, 1 upgrade gives Frost Worms an extra 2 armor, gives them 3, and then add onto that Frost Armor, they have 6 armor on themselves. 6 fucking armor. It's gonna take 3 Bat Riders in order to kill this damn Frost Worm. Then you got your Death Knight there, and it's gonna heal the thing up. So you need a lot of bats in order to take out Frost Worms. And bats are really very costly. It's not a cost-effective thing unit to make for the orc, especially when you need to build that many of them. Okay, one thing I forgot to talk about with the tier 2 push, you gotta remember this all the time, is 90% of the orcs, when they do a tier 2 push like Stop did, they're gonna put an expansion up. Exactly what Stop did. They're gonna put expansion up at the same time, which is okay, you gotta make sure you scout that. If they don't put it up, you're gonna probably win real easy. But if they do, that means they're really weak at this time. They wasted a lot of money on building the Great Hall, they have to build the peons, whatever, they're really weak right now. And you can see by Stop's army that, yeah, they're pretty weak right now. Skutt scouted it pretty well. He's going to go over there and kill it right now. He's going to bring his ghouls along with him. He's got Ghoul Frenzy. He's also got a Destroyer. Destroyers are nice. You gotta make sure you have one of them when fighting against Orc also. Major problem with Destroyers is you can't Frost Armor them. So they die really easy, like they just did. Really easy. But that's okay. You really need a Destroyer, so you gotta make sure you put another one up. Destroyers are important for Hex. You gotta de-hex yourself, your Death Knight when he gets hexed. De-hex your Frost Worms if they get hexed. Get rid of Spirit Link if they've got Spirit Link. It's important to have. In this game, I don't really think Skutt needed it. They don't really have a choice in that matter either, but now that Frost Worm just... Watch this here, this is great. This Frost Worm's getting hit, gets ensnared to the ground, and all these... Stop's entire land army is going to attack this Frost Worm. Nothing. That's the power of Frost Armor. You can't touch the worms. It's nothing. Stop just lost his entire army there, and he didn't even kill the Frost Worm. It is just that ridiculous. Skutt's also just also now has tier 2 creature carapace, so those Frost Worms now have 8 armor. with frost armor on they have 8 armor. So they're hard as hell to kill. They're hard as hell to kill. He just put up another destroyer. He's going to die again. Probably just one more hit and Bat Rider coming in to kill it. Another thing that's really nice to do with this strategy, if you get, I don't know, 1 or 2 Crypt Fiends. I like to do this strategy with Crypt Fiends personally. Skutt obviously likes schools better. I like Crypt Fiends, get Web, and 2 less bats. If you've got 2 Crypt Fiends, 2 less bats that you have to worry about that are going to hit your frost worms. You don't really have to do that, as you're seeing here. Skutt does a great job without them. All Skutt's doing now is just keeping stop away. This game's over. He can push to win, or he can creep up more and get level 5 and everything. And he's just going to creep up just to piss him off. No reason to hit. Right now is a good time to put up an expansion for Skutt. He doesn't, but it's a good time to do so. Now he's got this huge advantage to avoid losing it. Now is a great time to put an expansion up. And there's just nothing the Orc can do. There's nothing the Orc can do. More frost worms coming out for Skutt. There's nothing you can do. Basically, he's just going to walk around creeping. More Bat Riders being pumped by Stop. This is great. He's going to actually, he's going to take a whole crapload of Bat Riders. He's going to slam them into both frost worms in just a couple seconds. Not even going to kill him. It's going to be good. This is the power of the strategy. It's just ridiculous. Right now, the frost worms with level 2 frost armor on it have 10 armor. 10 armor. It's pretty damn good. And you're going to see that you can't touch 10 armor frost worms. Now, when you hit level 3 with your Lich, don't bother getting level 2 frost armor. It doesn't help that much. Just pick up level 2 frost nova. It's way better. When you get level 4, then you can pick up frost. There you go. Look at this. Watch. That was like 5 or 6 bats right there, slamming into both worms, and the worms were in AoE range. So those bats actually did extra damage to them because they had AoE on them. Because the Bat Rider AoE is also AoE. There's nothing you can do. Nothing the Orc can really do against this strategy. It's just that good that the Orc rage quits like Stop did. When the game was over, I mean, he didn't push him, but he could have, and it would have ended the game. Basically, that's all I really wanted to talk about. Those extra 2 minutes gave me a lot of time to speak my mind. The weaknesses of this strategy: a tier 2 push. If you don't really do a good job defending against it, of course, it's not going to be good. It's hard to defend against without ghouls, so you got to make sure you take those ghouls off the lumber harvesting. Got to take them out. If you don't, you might lose. You make sure you frost armor everything. Mostly just your Death Knight is going to get targeted. Make sure you get a pot on your heroes, and you'll be okay. Another real weakness to the strategy is Mass Wyverns. Mass Wyverns is kind of hard to stop as long as they've got enough. But you got more than enough time to counter against it. Just scout it. Most likely, if they get Farseer, they're going to go for Mass Wyverns. If they don't, it's pretty unlikely that they're going Mass Wyverns. That's about all I really need to talk about. Thank you very much for listening to my audio, and hope you enjoyed it.